Congratulations! You just received the perfect gift. It's exactly what you wanted, isn't it? You feel lucky, appreciated, maybe even loved. But take a closer look at that ribbon. Can you feel it tightening around your wrists? Because the truth is, you weren't just given a present. You were just handed a bill you can't afford to pay. Congratulations! They finally have you exactly where they want you. Most people think a gift is a sign of affection, but for a social predator, that box is a contract you never signed, and that kindness is a cage. We're taught from childhood that giving is a virtue. But have you ever stopped to ask, why are they being so nice? Is this a gesture of love, or is it a down payment on your future compliance? Today, we are stripping back the wrapping paper on the dark psychology of gift-based control. We're going to look at how generosity is used as a weapon, why your own brain is helping them trap you, and how to spot a gift with strings before the knot is tied too tight. Today, we are stripping back the wrapping paper on the dark psychology of gift-based control. We're going to look at how generosity is used as a weapon, why your own brain is helping them trap you, and how to spot a gift with strings before the knot is tied too tight. To understand why this works, we have to look at your own biology. Psychologist Robert Cialdini identified the rule of reciprocity. Humans are hardwired to give back when they receive. It's an evolutionary itch. If someone buys you a coffee, your brain won't stop nagging you until you level the playing field. But what happens when someone exploits that itch? Think of it like a hacker finding a bug in your operating system. A controller doesn't give because they want you to be happy. They give because they want you to be indebted. Ask yourself, does their kindness feel like a warm hug, or does it feel like a heavy backpack you didn't ask to carry? If you try to set a boundary later, they'll use that crowd against you. How could you be so heartless after I did all that for you? Are they generous, or are they just buying an insurance policy against your backbone? If you try to set a boundary later, they'll use that crowd against you. How could you be so heartless after I did all that for you? Are they generous, or are they just buying an insurance policy against your backbone? Then there's the small-scale accountant. They bring the coffees, the snacks, the little trinkets. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. They are building a tally in a ledger you didn't know existed. Do you ever feel like you're constantly one step behind them, forever trying to catch up to their constant stream of favors? Finally, the love bomber. This is the most dangerous. They shower you with everything before they even know your middle name. Is this a whirlwind romance, or are they just trying to drown your intuition in a sea of expensive distractions? When you receive a gift from a controller, you don't feel joy. You feel a sinking weight in your stomach. You start to second-guess every thank you. You wonder, what is this going to cost me later? This behavior usually comes from a place of deep, dark insecurity. These people don't believe they're enough on their own. They don't think you'll stay for who they are, so they try to buy your loyalty. It's a sad existence for them, but it's a toxic prison for you. Does a person who truly loves you need to keep a scoreboard? So, how do you stop being a puppet to someone else's checkbook? It starts with the most dangerous word in your vocabulary: no. When a gift feels too much, or the timing feels like a bribe, you have the right to refuse it. This is kind, but I can't accept this. You don't owe them an explanation because a gift with a price isn't a gift. It's a business transaction you never agreed to. Here is the ultimate truth they don't want you to know. A gift, by definition, is a transfer of ownership with no expectation of return. If they expect a payback, they aren't a benefactor. They're a creditor. And you? You aren't a debtor. You are a human being whose time, affection, and loyalty are not for sale. Next time someone hands you a beautifully wrapped box, don't just look at the bow. Look them in the eye and ask yourself, am I receiving a gift or am I accepting a sentence? I hope this insight helps you navigate your relationships with more clarity and confidence. If this video brought you value or helped you see a situation in a new light, then I am truly glad. Thank you for watching.